Yeah, we're looking basically today, we're going to be looking at hideouts of kidnappers.
Hideouts?
Yes, of kidnappers. Hideouts of kidnappers. That's what we're going to be looking at today, hideouts of kidnappers.
So since they're hideouts, how do we know that?
Yes.
Or do they hide in plain sight?
Okay, first of all, let me tell you the basic, let me tell you about its introduction. Now, locally, for your understanding, a kidnapper is someone who adopts something or somebody. You understand me? An animal too can be kidnapped. Who adopts something, probably mostly humans of any age, against their will. Now, forcefully moving a human being against his or her will to an undisclosed location against his or her will. You understand me? That's kidnapping. You understand me? Then kidnapping also follows with the next, basically most times with for ransom.
Yeah,
And then they call for ransom
Mm.
for you to be released. Now, when they call for ransom, they are just letting you know that this is a proper kidnap. You understand me? Then apart from calling for ransom, a kidnap can also be for an assassination purpose. Someone can be kidnapped with the intention of being assassinated, but they like to tend to use kidnap to make it look like they are still going to ask you for ransom, you're still going to pay, but at the end, you find out that the person was still killed, which means it was actually an assassination. And there are so many reasons for kidnapping. One of the major reasons for kidnapping is that, reasons for kidnapping. One of the major reasons for kidnapping is ransom taking. In fact, almost all kidnap consists of ransom most times. You understand me? They tend to ask for ransom. That's the economic, one of the economic benefits and reasons for kidnapping.
Terrible benefit, by the way.
Yes. Secondly, negotiation. Sometimes people are kidnapped for negotiation, but we oftentimes miss that. We think all kidnap is for ransom. No. Yes, almost all kidnap, ransom is being requested, but not all kidnap are for ransom. Some are for negotiation. Maybe somebody is in an office and there's a contract I'm supposed to be getting and I'm not getting it, and I feel like that person is blocking my way. All of a sudden, boom, that person is kidnapped. Yes, they will take ransom, but one way or the other, you will be aware that you need to let things move in that office, else the next time we get you, you might not be alive. You get that kind of things. Now, it becomes an easy way to negotiate with that person, to force the person to do something. Also, some kidnapping could be for threats, which can also be in this form. Maybe someone is being disturbed or someone is not happy about someone's around someone, Can also be in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or suspicious and all of that. And all of a sudden, can be in business transaction, boom, the person is adopted. And then, yes, ransom will be requested, but then again, they will still let you know that you have been warned. They threaten you to avoid whatever is going on. So that again is another reason for kidnap. You understand? Then another reason for kidnap is very funny actually. It is that some persons are lunatics. That's why they kidnap others.
Psychopaths.
Yes, but there is one very funny reason for kidnap that is funny. It's low esteem.
Low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. Sometimes people get jealous of people that have a high level of confidence around them, depending on their area and field and activities. It can be among peers. It can be that someone is progressing more than they are progressing. And a lot of things can be that someone is more better than them at what they both do together, and then you begin to have jealousy over this competitor. So that's why I call it low esteem. You understand? You begin to have jealousy. You can't even approach the person physically. You don't even want to learn under the person, and then it grows into anger, and all of a sudden you are planning to adopt the person. So these are reasons why people carry out kidnapping operations. You understand me? Now having given you the reasons for kidnapping operations, it's very important that we understand that kidnap is not a crime against the victim.
It's a crime against the state?
It's a crime against the state.
Okay.
You understand? It's not a crime against the victim.
It's more like a federal crime.
Yes. So when you kidnap someone, you are committing a crime against the state. So it's the state that prosecutes you. And then in some places like they have life sentence, I think even in Nigeria, or death and all of that, as part of the sentence is above 14 years or thereabout if convicted. You understand? So, but most time cases of kidnap don't tend to end in court because when these people are being rescued by the authorities, sometimes there is exchange of gunfire, which leads to the deaths of either party, whether the police that is carrying out the operation or the kidnappers. Most times there are fatalities around, but most times this fatality, because the police plan themselves before such operation is carried out, so most times the fatality is the other way around. You understand? During exchange of gunfire. Now, most times it's advisable when people are kidnapped. People advise you to pay the ransom most times in Nigeria. And that's because we lack all the basic technologies it takes to handle crimes like kidnapping in Nigeria. So most times, people that have been victims, you find out that anybody you go to, They will advise you. They will do all the job, do a lot of tracking, a lot of technical work, a lot of investigation will be carried out. Sometimes they may even know the culprit, but even after knowing the culprit, they will still advise you to pay the ransom, rise it to the barest minimum and pay. Do you know why? It's not because they can't go in gun blazing to help. It's because if they go in gun blazing, the abducted person might be shot.
Yeah.
Stray bullet might hit the person, or the kidnappers may use the person as a body shield.
True.
So because of that, for the safety of the person most times, that's why people are advised, okay, give out this ransom, but we'll still get these guys. You understand me? So that's it. But most times it is confused for lack of willpower or strength to carry out the operation. No, it's for the safety of the person
Of
that
the
is
victim
adopted.
there or the kidnapper.
Fine. Now, I haven't said this. I like to make it very clear that kidnapping is bad. It's a crime that is against the person. It's against even the person carrying out the kidnap knows that they themselves are victims. There are two victims in every kidnap: the abductor and the abducted. Because even the abductor is hiding, just like it's hiding the adopted.
When you finish saying this now, I'm going to explain something to you that happened.
Now, let me just give us hideouts of kidnappers in Nigeria. Currently, the reigning and most notorious hideouts now of kidnappers in Nigeria is prisons. Prisons is now the most notorious and safest place for kidnappers, basically in Nigeria.
Our correctional centers.
Our correctional center, I choose to call it prison, please.
And they are not correcting anybody.
I choose to call it prison, please.
Okay.
You know, supposed to be a correctional center, but now it's a den for kidnappers. As I speak to you, this has been going on for years. You understand me? We've had cases in different states in Nigeria where investigation, tracking, drilling, and everything led investigators from the police most times to prisons in Nigeria where kidnappers are there. And most of these kidnappers are either serving life sentences or on their death row.
So how did they come out?
That's the question I cannot answer. But this is happening in a lot of states in Nigeria. And that is why, and why is it the safest place? Because one, you can't point finger that someone in prison came out. How did he come out? Why are you accusing me? Are you getting it? So there is no way you can say someone is, the alibi is boom.
Boom.
Two, even if you end up apprehending that person, what are you going to do? He's already there for death or for life.
He's a hardened criminal.
You understand? So it's like, anything you do concern you. This is already me. You understand me? So I think our authority needs to take serious steps to ensure this. They should deeply look into it. We've had cases where people were tracking ransom paid to kidnappers, led them to the POS and everything, and then the next thing, boom,
the prison.
Prisons.
Yeah.
You understand me? That's one. I'm not going to go deep into it, maybe some other time because of time. Next one is rural communities.
Rural communities.
Rural communities. If you go to every rural community, you see one guy who is just happy living life well. He's living la vida loco. In that rural community, he comes to the city, have fun with people, enjoy himself in the club. But even if it is 2, 3 a.m., he's driving to that rural community. And then you will be the one advising him, I beg, that the kidnap people were there, they careful, it's no problem, but God, they protect us. That is because he's the person that people are scared of. You understand me? So he goes there. So you just see them living in the community, very safe, and they are very nice. They assist people, scholarship, they pay fees, they give food, they help a lot of elderly people, financially and otherwise, and they pray for them. So they know what to do, and they are just in that community as their base. They build a house. That's why most time when you see them trail kidnappers to the bush at the end of the operation, if they have anyone alive that's managed to give confession, you find out that the confession will lead them to one fine house they will later demolish.
Yeah, that's
good.
True.
That is it. So that is it. Rural communities, and when they go there, they affect life positively.
So they are good. They have a good name in the community.
They have a very good name in the community. Well, so basically, also, there are some formations here in Rivers State Police Command under the command of the current Commissioner of Police that has been doing some great job for the command under the command of the current Commissioner of Police.
He's a nice man, though.
Yeah.
CP Adepoju.
He's an operational man. Now, the Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, CP Oluwabenga Adepoju, is an operational police officer. Okay. He has no time for much talk.
Okay, that's the reason why he doesn't talk too much. He just...
His interest is, where is this crime? Let me go, let me handle it.
Okay.
Where is this crime? I want to handle it. I don't care. Don't worry about press. I don't care whether they know or not. I just want to do my job. You know, that's the interest of the current Commissioner of Police. And Rivers State is lucky to have such an operational commander. And under the command of CP Oluwabenga Adepoju in Rivers State as Commissioner of Police, with the help of God, I believe he has also positioned some very wonderful, well-performing officers that are doing very well. Like Octopus in Diogo. Octopus is a tactical team in Diogo. The commissioner posted and ensured that CSP Julian is handling it. CSP Julian has also been known as one of the major tactical team commanders, not just in River State. He has been there in Cross River, Akwa Ibom, headed so many tactical teams. Even in Kogi, he's known in Kogi very well. For bringing down all those their cultist activities that were happening at Kidnappers. I think he was instrumental to calming it down. I think they personally picked him to the point he has attracted international recognition. So CSP Julian is the current commander of Octopus in River State. And under the Commissioner of Police, CP Olubenga, they have been achieving a lot of feats.
In that double axis,
not just the double axis, they work all over the state, but that's where their base is. But they work in every local government and every place in River State. And for every cases that goes to them, they always crack the case, and that's wonderful. So I want to appreciate the Commissioner of Police for posting CSP Julian there for that great work he's doing. You know, and also CSP Goodluck, who came from First Headquarters and now he's the commander of C4I Intelligence here in River State under the command of CP Olubenga Adepoju. Him too has been on the forefront of very good tactical operations here in the state. He has been doing some great works. And I am appreciating the Commissioner of Police that has allowed the talent of these people to shine in his time. And they are bringing very good name. And also there's one DPO who is more than the tactical DPO. His name is CSP Ojo Lawrence. He has been DPO here in Abali Park. In fact, he built the police station in Abali Park, the other building, from scratch to finish. He was able to source relationship with the then mayor and other good people around the environment, and he built it. And I'm like, guy, if maybe you this money for use flex and live better life, buy motor, build our own house. Now I can't build police station. Immediately he finished building it, they removed him. I was like, you see it now, I tell you. But he said, no, that's who I am. And he was very instrumental. He has been DPO also in some other divisions. But for years now, he has been in a Huda area where you have the issue of the Tubaba. He was the next DPO to Bako that died. And he has been there even before then. Till Bako came there, he was there. Till Bako left there, he was there. He's still there. And he has one of the best community relations approach to his policing.
That is very important.
He is not just a policeman. Anywhere he goes, he's like an indigent. So if you see him, you will know that. In fact, criminals around this area, they normally leave to avoid problem because you can't fight someone the whole community loves. No matter how wicked you are or how powerful you are. If the whole community loves that person, you can't fight him. Since he has been there, he has been able to maintain peace. For the past years, he has been one of the favorite police officers working well. And also CSP Ngozi in Rumolumini, that woman is doing a great job. She's an Ikwere woman and she's a DPO in River State, and I'm very happy to hear this was the son of the soil. CSP Ngozi,
daughter of the soil.
A daughter of the soil, rather. CSP Ngozi, the DPO of Rumolumini, is doing a great job. You have not had any issue in Rumolumini, Abi?
No,
that's because the woman has been doing such a great job. And still with this community approach, she's doing a great job. So the Commissioner of Police River State Command, CP Olubenga Adepoju, I think he has a good posting skill. Since he's an operational person, he knows the right persons to post to the right environment. And this is very, very wonderful to see all this good work coming out from the police. So next week, we're going to look at other crimes or maybe delve deeper into kidnapping. Maybe we'll look at armed robbery. We'll look at pickpocket. We'll look at crimes, prevailing crimes around the environment. And then we try to, just like we have looked at kidnap today, we have been able to establish kidnappers, why they kidnap, how they kidnap, and their den. And also appreciated the officers that have been taking the fight battle to the forefront. So I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you for this privilege to speak about this. My name is Ambassador Bosinde. I'm a security relations consultant. So watch out for the Dinner with the Commissioner of Police 6th edition coming shortly.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to follow me on social media. Go to YouTube at Bosinde.